Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do one of my crazy stories. I know you guys like the story times. Some of the stuff that I've been through, I still can't believe I made it out alive. It's a couple of stories. I made a short about one of the videos and I didn't know it was going to be as controversial as it was. Everybody in the comments had different experiences, different opinions, or what they thought was going to happen or not happen. So I just wanted to share my story of what happened to me when I went through that. But first, I'm going to add the short to this video so you can see the short just in case you missed it, and then I'll tell you the story behind it. I'll be there in a minute to pick you up. All right, that's fine. Hey, what's up? You want to go through your guy or my guy? Whoever will answer first. All right, you try to call yours. I'll hit mine up. Okay. Wait, is that a cop behind us? Are you serious? I got a warrant out for me. They're going to read my tag. We got to get out of here. Slow down or they're for sure gonna pull you over. He's still following us. He's gonna pull me over. I'm not slowing down. Let me take this side street. Oh no, he flipped his lights on. It's fine, I got it. Slow down, man, you're gonna wreck. He's not catching up with me. No, we cannot get caught. You know if they catch us, we're gonna catch more charges for this. They're not gonna catch us. And just go to jail, do your time. Pull over, let me out. I'm not stopping the car. Well, slow down, I'll just jump out. Please, don't get me involved in this. No way. Now we're both gonna go to jail. How it happened, I got a ride from someone. I can't remember if it was someone that was friends with my ex. I don't even remember how I met the guy. I got a ride from him to go meet up to get some stuff. All of a sudden, the cops get behind us and this guy starts freaking out. He's driving, I'm in the passenger side. I'm like, oh, there's a cop behind us. So the cops were behind us. He's freaking out. Now I'm freaking out because I'm like, what's going on? Just drive normal. And he's like, no, I have warrants. They're going to read my tag, because there are some states where the police have tag readers. They can scan your license plate and it'll pull up whoever owns the car and your background and all the things. So he was freaking out about that. I'm freaking out. And instead of him like calmly driving, he starts speeding up. And I'm like, okay, we're going to get pulled over if you're speeding. He's like, well, I'm not letting them catch me. And I'm like, okay, let's not do that. Let's not speed. Let's just drive normal and just turn off somewhere. So he starts driving, speeding, turns off. This guy starts freaking out. And you guys, I don't even know this guy's name. I don't even remember his name. I don't even remember what he looks like. That is the state of mind I was in. I didn't know what was going on in life at that point. I had no business being in the car with this person. Not that I was any better, but I used to put myself in very unsafe situations and I didn't know this guy at all. He starts speeding up. I'm yelling in the passenger seat. I know I wasn't making things any better, but I'm like, can you at least slow down to where I can get out of the car? And he's like, no. And I'm like, just slow down. I'll just roll out of the car. Just slow the car down enough to where I don't like break my arm or legs trying to get out of the car. He's like, no, I'm not stopping. It's fine. We're not going to get caught. Yeah, okay. He's speeding and we get to the middle of town where he can't like duck and dodge cars. He wrecks. I don't remember how he wrecked his car, but he wrecked and we went flying in the sky, flipped over, landed on public property. I think it was like a public library or something. We hit a tree and we're sitting in their yard. The police come. Of course, they cuffed both of us. They didn't take me to jail. He took the charges. He had warrants. I didn't. The cops ended up letting me go because I wasn't the driver. But a lot of you guys that were in the comments saying that, oh yeah, they'll always let you go. Only the driver goes to jail. And that's just not true. Can take you both to jail and let the judge decide if you are innocent, if you had anything to do with it. You don't have to commit a crime to go to jail. You're accused of one. We need to remember that. When people make all these statements about just don't go to jail or don't break the law or this or that, you don't have to break the law to go to jail. I'm not saying everyone in jail is innocent. I'm not saying justifying anything. I'm just saying it's a lot easier to go to jail than people really know or think, because we need to remember that police officers are not the ones that make the decision if you're guilty or not. All they have to have is probable cause, which if you're in the car with that person, that is their probable cause. They can take you to jail. They ended up not taking me to jail. He took the charges and him and I both stuck to the story. We didn't know each other because we really didn't know each other. So I was grateful that they let me go. But yeah, it was very scary. That was one one incident. Another incident, I was with someone else. It was a guy friend. Him and I, we didn't really know each other for that long, maybe like a month. And he was letting me crash at his house. It was nighttime. We went for a ride. I remember it had rained. It wasn't like raining, but it was wet outside. The roads were slick. And I remember him talking about how he had to get his brakes fixed in his car. And you guys, again, we're in the car. We're on these country back roads. He goes to hit his brakes and the brakes go out. We go flying. It was at an intersection, okay? So we're going this way and a car was coming this way. This car barely missed us. We go flying into a ditch. And I remember, oh my gosh, I had my seatbelt on. But if I wouldn't have, I would have flew through the windshield. But I remember my body jerking, my back. Oh my God, I was in so much pain. And he was like, we got to get out of the car. We got to get out of the car. I'm like, why? He's like, someone's going to call the cops. I'm like, okay. He's like, well, I have warrants. I'm like, why does everybody have warrants? Years later, I understood why people have warrants. I get it because you don't want to go to jail. You don't want to have to go to jail and deal with being sick because some jails don't help you with that. So this guy had me all sketched out. He's like, come on, we got to go. Takes me through the woods. We're walking through the woods. We leave the car. You guys, it was pitch black outside. We're walking through the woods, through barbed wire fence. Like all we had is a little light on our phone. And it wasn't like, you know, the fancy phones we have now. This was years ago. It was horrible. And I think one of the neighbors or somebody called the cops because they saw the wreck out there. The cops were circling around where we were looking to see where the driver was. I'm sure the cops were like, where's the driver? This is weird. Why wouldn't they just wait in the car? Something's going on. I'm sure they looked him up, saw he had warrants. So what ends up happening, he's like, you just go to that person's house over there with a porch light on, see if you can use their phone to get help. And I'm going to go to the cop and let him take me in so he doesn't look for both of us. I'm just going to get this over with. And I'm thinking, but I didn't do anything wrong. Like, we just got in a car wreck. So I just did what he said. He turned himself in, and I walked over to a random house in the middle of the night and asked to use their phone. And a friend of mine picked me up, a friend. It was just crazy, you guys. The things that I've been through, that I put myself through, is just crazy. I just can't believe some of this stuff. It's almost like I was dreaming. My mom reminded me of a story. And when she told me this, I'm looking at her like, what? Did you believe me? I can't believe I actually said that. Just let me tell you the story. So my mom's like, she said, I came over one night and my car was wrecked. And she's like, what happened? What'd you do? What'd you hit? And I was like, there was a mailbox in the road. My mom's like, a mailbox in the road? And I'm like, yes, it was in the middle of the road and I accidentally hit it. And my mom's like, are you sure you didn't just hit the mailbox? I was trying to convince her that the mailbox was in the middle of the road. Like I had believed in my mind that it was in the middle of the road. That's, again, where my state of mind was. My mom's like, take me to this mailbox and show me. So I show her. The mailbox wasn't in the road. It was now on the side of the road where I hit it. My mom was just like, you see it's not in the middle of the road, right? You guys, I don't know how my mind, like I tried to be so convincing, the lying, the manipulation, the justifying, the excuses, all of that. I don't really honestly know if I really believed it or if I was just telling her that for whatever reason. I don't know why I even lied about it because it was my car. If I hit it, I hit it. I don't know where my mind was at. I honestly don't remember back then. I just know I wasn't thinking very clear. I obviously hit the mailbox. It wasn't in the middle of the road. I was a horrible driver. I had bad luck being the passenger in cars. But I've just been through some crazy stuff, you guys. But I'm telling you right now, if I can go from that life to rebuilding my life to working on myself, just doing better, doing good things, staying on the right path. I didn't have anything either when I started. When I first started my recovery journey, I started with nothing but the clothes on my back. I just learned how to ask for help. I had to humble myself. I had to not be afraid, and I had to ask for help. That's how you're able to do it. You gotta have somebody to talk to. You gotta have a way to reach out. Ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help. It's okay. And I also wanted to say there's no right amount of time for you to have this done or that done in recovery. There are no set rules to recovery. Everybody is different. We all have different paths. We all have different past lives. I know I make skits and it's different for everyone. I might make a skit about us living this way or doing this back then, but not everybody was like that. Everybody was different. I always say this, there are different levels when you're using and in recovery. So there's just no set rules. So you just do what you need to do for you. You start with step 1. Make a list of things you need to get done, whether it's a roof over your head, get a job, save money, work on your credit, just whatever it is, get your family back. Just make a list. Make a list of your priorities, what you need first. Of course, your recovery, your sobriety, and that looks different for everyone too. I'm not a doctor. I cannot tell you what's going to work best for you. But what I can suggest as someone who's been there is try it. If something didn't work for you the first time, try it again. Try another way. Don't stop trying. That's why I say don't give up. And nobody's perfect. Whether you're in recovery or not, we all have to work on ourselves. We all go through different things. We have good moments, we have bad moments. We have things we need to work on, whether it's our patience, our anger, our anything. Don't beat yourself up if you feel like you should be in a different point in life than where you are. Don't beat yourself up. Just keep going. Stay motivated. Find ways to stay motivated. Making a list does help. Just do what you got to do to keep yourself on the right path. I just wanted to share those crazy stories with you guys. It's a horrible way to live. I feel for anybody that's going through that. But I just wanted to share a little bit of encouragement like I always do, you guys. If you guys made it till the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. Leave me a comment. Tell me something you're grateful for. Tell me something you want to work on, or just tell me something. Tell me how your day was. I appreciate you guys, and thanks for sticking around, and thanks for hanging out with me today. See you guys.